October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and this is day 29 of my month-long series, This is What Abuse Looks Like. And we have officially shifted over into This is What Healing Looks Like. Today we're talking about what it means to feel safe in your body. So let's talk about what that actually looks and feels like when you've lived your entire life in survival mode. When you've lived in trauma for years, safety feels foreign as hell. You mistake it for danger because your nervous system has only ever known fight or flight. Safety feels like being able to take a deep breath without your anxiety choking off your air. It feels weird at first, almost uncomfortable, because your brain is whispering, something's wrong. It's too quiet. But that quiet, that's peace. It just doesn't register as peace yet because you've been living in chaos for so long that calm feels unsafe. When you're full of trauma, your body runs in constant overdrive. You're hypervigilant, always scanning, always planning your escape, even when there's nothing to run from. I used to walk into every building and immediately map the exits. I had to sit where I could see every door. I knew where the bathrooms were and how far the entrance, what from the front entrance was, all of it. I knew the whole layout. That's what hypervigilance does. It convinces you that control equates safety. But what we're really trying to control is our anxiety, because we can't control the chaos that's been around us. For me, that came from growing up with an alcoholic father. I learned to read people like by sound. I could tell by the way he shut the door what kind of night it was going to be. Sometimes I'd grab my baby sister, tuck her into her carrier, and hide us both into the closet because I thought he'd hurt her like he hurt me. And later, like in my marriage, that same hypervigilance looked like double checking locks, rearming the security system, circling the house like Fort Knox. That's what trauma does. It teaches you to survive danger, even when the danger is sitting right next to you. Now that I'm healing, I still have those moments, but now I recognize them for what they are. I catch myself holding tension in my body, and I literally have to tell myself, unclench your ass cheeks, girl. Because that's where my anxiety lives. I'll notice I'm talking too fast, or I'm suddenly too hot or too cold when everybody else is fine. That's my body saying, hey, we're anxious again. The difference is that now I can name it, and naming things brings calm. I tell myself, okay, that's just anxiety. Chill out. You're safe. We're home. We're good. Positive self-talk is powerful. We've been spoken to harshly for so long, like by abusers, by family, and by our own inner critic. We have to counter that intentionally. I tell my clients all the time, talk to yourself like you're 5. You wouldn't yell at a 5-year-old. And when I hear my friends talk badly about themselves, I say, hey, quit talking about my friend like that. Because sometimes they forget they're their own friend first. Grounding saved me in my early healing years, and I still use some of those tools today. So I've been on this healing journey since 2020, right after the start of COVID. Healing's not quick, but it's worth it. One of my anchors has been Yoga Nidra for sleep. I use an app called Insight Timer. You can get it on Google, Android, whatever. There's meditations, ocean sounds, all sorts of grounding tools are within there. I used to meditate daily, sometimes twice a day. And when things got bad, I'd go outside. I'd go sit on a ginormous rock, and I'd listen to music, meditate, breathe, just be. And I started reconnecting with people as well. Even just lunch once a week, that reminded me I wasn't so alone. And then there's movement. Movement is huge. Our bodies trap trauma, and we release it through that motion. Dancing, stretching, shaking, walking, whatever feels right. Talking about trauma heals the mind. Moving heals the body. So now that we've talked about how to feel safe in your body, let's practice together. We're going to do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding. So 5 things you can see. Name them out loud. My Jeep, my shirt, the sky, my camper, the ground, another truck. 4 things you can touch. My shirt, my Jeep, my glasses, my face. 3 things you can smell. Or wait, no, that's here. My bad. 3 things you can hear. I hear chirping of insects, a whirring of machine, and wind. 2 things you can smell. Fresh, crisp air. Light wisp of my perfume. 1 thing you can taste. That can be even inside of your mouth. But for visual purposes, ooh, fruity. So that is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can do that anywhere, anytime, at any place. It helps if you name them out loud. If you can't do it, if you feel uncomfortable, you're around other people, you can list it inside of your head. Yet I do suggest speaking it verbally. The more that even positive self-speak is very important, and it helps even more if we verbally speak it. We need to counter all the bad shit that we were told as kids. We need to counter all the not good enoughs, all the you're not doing it right. Like, we have to love ourselves the way we were not loved as children. We have to be our own parent. We're basically reparenting ourselves because our parents did a shitty fucking job. It's just the truth. That is not a slam. That's just a fact of life. They didn't know what they didn't know, and then yeah. I wanted to add another thing to what I said about the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's not just about grounding. It is reparenting your inner little dude. You are reconnecting yourself to a part of you that's probably been disconnected for a very long time. So what evokes from the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that's what safety feels like. You're allowed to take up space. You're allowed to breathe deeply. You're allowed to move freely. Place a hand over your heart and whisper with me. I am here. I am safe. I am free to move. That's how we remind our nervous system that the danger's past and it's okay. We are okay in this moment, alive, grounded, and whole. So take a moment and notice how your body feels now compared to when we started. Maybe you feel lighter, calmer, maybe a little emotional. That's okay too. What we did is how you start reteaching your nervous system what actually feels safe to you. It's not instant, it's a practice. If this helped you today, please hit all the buttons, like, share, subscribe, so we can keep spreading education, awareness, and healing together. I'm Shawnicorn of Shawnicorn Mindshift Coaching, a trauma recovery coach. Thank you very much for watching day 29 of my month-long series. This is what abuse looks like. This is what healing looks like. Thank you. I appreciate you.